Welcome back to Runner's Garden. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my day and about this mask. Every time before I go for a run, I type in Zhanghua air quality and it takes me to aqicn.org. I've done it here at 10:30 at night. We're looking at green. However, that does say moderate, so it's not really in the green. That's decent. I can live with that. I can also run in the yellow, but what I will not run in is the orange or red or purple. If I do go out in the yellow and I'm going to do a short run, I'm going to take my mask. I've tried this a couple times. I bought this actually a couple years ago. I did a kind of informal count yesterday. I was outside counting people going by on motorcycles here in Taiwan. I counted 7 out of 10 people are wearing masks. You know, it's convenient to get around on a motorcycle, but if you get to a red light though, you're sitting there in exhaust fumes. My wife and I have kind of given up on using our motorcycle. We feel safer in a car, and we feel that we can avoid the air pollution more with the filtration that the car has. What we do now is we drive to a parking lot and then walk the rest of the way to work. So we're still breathing in some fumes from being on the side of the road. I haven't had the occasion to use this on a motorcycle. So I tried this a couple times on runs. And now you can't go too far on a run with this on because it starts to get uncomfortable. This is neoprene and there's Velcro. You put it on like so. It closes all the gaps. So you're breathing in through the holes here, and there's a filter inside. This filter is removable, and your CO2 and heat and vapor are coming out of this. There's these rubber flaps which open and close. A couple of pointers. First of all, if you're gonna run with this, you're going to probably not be able to use your nose because your nose gets pinched. Make sure this metal is down, not up, because it'll dig into your nose there. It's kind of bendable. You can pinch it onto your nose to make sure you have a really complete seal there. You're going to be breathing out of your mouth. In fact, I found myself kind of pursing my lips towards these valves here, like that. Ever since I was a little kid, I've had problems with chronic nosebleeds. When I was a wrestler throughout college, I would get hit in the face a lot. So I was told that I have a deviated septum. I've always had one side which is congested. So I'm actually used to running with breathing through my mouth. Today I ran 2 miles to my favorite drink shop. And they had some great hot drinks. It's starting to get a little cooler here in Taiwan. So I filled up my little flask and while I was stretching, and they were done making the drink in like a minute. And what I did during that, when I was waiting for the drink, was I took this off, blew my nose. You might have to do the same because your nose might start to run, or you peel this thing off and do the old whoop, get back on. And I was okay for another 2 miles after that. And then it starts to get a little bit uncomfortable. Let me show you the package here. Techno, this is by RESPRO, the anti-pollution mask. It says it's for motorcycling, urban cycling, or city walking. It doesn't list running. Although I do think, as I said, you can probably get 5 to 7K without feeling too uncomfortable with this. And I'll read the introduction for you. It says, the Techno Gold Mask combines the Sportsta Mask's HEPA-type filtration for submicron pollutants such as pollen and other irritant dusts with the City Mask's dynamic ACC. That stands for activated charcoal cloth. Filter. Used for absorption of nuisance odors. There are 2 techno valves specifically designed to improve airflow performance on exhalation. With these new features, the Techno Gold Mask is at the top of the range in performance. Here's how it works. It has very low inhalation resistance. So you can breathe in really easy. And even if there is a little bit of resistance, it's kind of like, you know, I have that other mask. I did a review on altitude mask. I'll put a link right here. And so I really think even if it is kind of inhibiting your inhalation, stressing my intercostals a little bit, by pulling in air, I think I'm strengthening the muscles in here. Let's try and change the filter, shall we? It says lock. So I'm going to go in the reverse direction that it says. That was easy. I have to take these things out of the mask. There we go. You can buy replacement filters here. Techno Sportsta and City masks. This is a medium. Make sure you get the right size. On the filter pack, they do mention road runners right there as being exposed to exhaust emissions. So I'm assuming they think it's okay to use for runners. Fastener ring. Looks like a top hat. Both fastener rings should now be facing outward in readiness for the valve body to be attached. Okay, I gotta open it first. Remove sticker before use. These are identical. The top hat goes up. Okay, that was easy enough. Seems like a snug fit. All right. Now I'm going to put it back in. Lock. It fell out. There are grooves. Got to put the groove in there. That's locked into position. It was a little bit cumbersome, but I got it in. I think it's locked. Give it a try. So you're supposed to put this on and vigorously breathe a little bit. These are made by a company in the UK, and I got them off of Amazon.com. In their description, it did say how long you could use the filters, and I think I calculated that I could use them for several months. And then, you know, I'm not using it every day. The one that I just changed, it didn't seem dirty except around the nose area. That's probably from the oils on my skin. It's probably not from the pollution. But I've had it a while, so I figured I'd change it out. And I got one more left. After the drink shop, I ran about 2 miles over to a place we've been working on. Drywall had to be spackled before being painted. And when you spackle between the panels, they had to sand, and this created lots of dust. And I did a lot of sweeping up. So this mask really came in handy. I didn't want to be breathing that nasty dust. And after sweeping up, I ran another mile home. I got my workout in today with the RESPRO.